So a lot of people freak out when you say the words New Year's resolution. Hello and welcome to the How to Be a Minimalist challenge on the How to Be a Minimalist YouTube channel. I'm Katie and I am here with you to give you tips and to show you how I am practicing being a minimalist in order to live an experience-based life. Today I'm hiking around the Prime Desert Woodland Preserve and I'm here to kind of get my mind set on the goals that I want to try to achieve in the year 2020. And I'm really excited to be here to have some alone time on the podcast, on the How to Be a Minimalist podcast, episode number 4, which is on goals and how to create them. I advise everyone to go out in nature, go somewhere that inspires you, go to a place where you feel really good and a place where you're kind of away from your norm. And that way you'll be able to kind of see better who you want to become or who you want to practice becoming. Before I get started too much into the video, I did want to say, I know a lot of people are very much anti New Year's resolution or goal setting. I've talked to a lot of people. Most people say they don't like them and they don't like to make them. Mostly it's because of the guilt. I will tell you though that the path to getting where you want to go is sometimes the best and most enjoyable part, and it's definitely the part where you're going to feel the most growth. That is the part where you will probably feel the strongest. That's the part where you will have those moments where you have to dig deep down. Those are the moments where you're gonna find out what your weaknesses are, and then you can determine what you're gonna do with them. The path to getting what you want is special. It's a beautiful place, and it took me a long time to accept that part of that journey is trouble and difficulty and having to hang on to your mentality, your mindset, and all of those things are good things. I used to feel guilty that achieving anything was hard for me. Of course it's hard to achieve things, otherwise everyone would have these picture perfect lives and it would almost be meaningless to achieve anything at all. If we appreciate ourselves and appreciate what we're doing, we're going to enjoy our path and enjoy setting goals, and we're gonna love seeing the improvement that comes to our lives from it. So in the podcast, I let you guys know how I create goals. And what I usually do is I have 2 to 3, usually 3 overarching goals that are very broad termed. They don't have anything specific. And then I create a few action goals to go along with those. So by the time my goals are set for the year, I actually have like 12 or 13 goals for the year. That might sound like a lot, but the thing is, they're all things that I need to do in order to accomplish the 3 main goals that I set for the year. So it's not like I'm making 12 very broad goals in one year. I am actually creating 12, this year I actually have 13, smaller action goals. So it's a really great way to get some stuff done. You have the idea of how you want to improve, and those are very broad termed, but then you have actual ways to get that goal accomplished. So let's use the example of saving for a house. You can say, I want to save a down payment for a house. You could then go through your finances and figure out how much you can save each month. And then you can say, okay, one of my action goals is that, or ways that you're gonna get to that overarching goal of wanting a down payment for a house. You can say, okay, I'm gonna save this much money every month. I'm going to try to come up with excess money each month by not eating out. That's probably one of the biggest money wasters in the world. Eat at home, you will feel better, and you will save a lot of money. You could also say, I am going to carpool and I'm going to do this or that. So then you would have a few different goals that would ultimately help you to achieve your goal of saving up for down payment in your house. So how did I come up with my 3 overarching goals? I have been journaling, kind of writing down a lot of things. I actually have like 25 things written down, and I knew I wouldn't choose all of them, but I wanted to kind of let that inspiration come to me. And then I came out here, and having decided all of those different things that I kind of had vague ideas about, it really helped me to decide like, oh, okay, well, I see that I really want to improve my mind this year, and I really want to improve my health, and I really want to improve my business. So those are my 3 overarching goals. I want to improve my mind, I want to improve my health, and I want to improve my business. Basically, what I did then was I went through the list of things that I had written down, and I chose 12 and added a 13th, supportive of each other, complementary of each other, mini goals to go underneath each of those categories. For improving my mind, I want to stretch daily while meditating. If I set it as a goal, I'm much more likely to do it. This year I read 20 books just for fun. I read a lot of other stuff too. I loved that goal. I'm gonna set that goal again. Also, in improving my mind, I want to read 10 chapter books in Spanish this year. I have been working on learning Spanish for a really long time, and I actually made some goals in 2019 that I really didn't. I probably only completed maybe 20 to 25% of. One of them was to read chapter books in Spanish last year. Totally failed that one. Didn't even finish one. I started like 3 because I couldn't find the other 2. I also set the number too high last year, and so that's something I learned from. I don't feel guilty about it. I just learned from it. Okay, also for improving my mind, I want to have alone time 5 times a week. It's really, really important for me and my personality type. I just need to be alone. The 13th goal that I added in was only going on my phone 2 times a day for like free time. If I get a text or something like that that I really need to respond to, I'll try to respond to that sort of thing, but only on the phone for fun 2 times a day. I can waste so much time on there, and then all of my goals that I've made, they're done for. Those are the goals for the improve my mind section. So my second overarching goal is to improve my body, and I have a goal weight, and I don't know if I want to tell you guys that, but in 2019, I made a goal to lose 2 dress sizes. I actually did more than that. I lost 2.5 dress sizes. So 2 more dress sizes, about 40 pounds is what I'm looking at. I know I can do it. I'm putting it out there right now, and it's a little bit weird. So my action goals for improving my body are wash and lotion my feet nightly. That might sound like, how are you gonna lose weight? By washing your feet every night. The thing is, if we take care of ourselves, it's a sign of loving ourselves and accepting ourselves. And I personally believe that you cannot lose weight until you love and accept yourself. As cliche as that sounds, I think it's the truth. Also, my feet hurt a lot just from having cracks on them and dry skin. They're nasty, people. So the world should thank me that I'm gonna wash and lotion my feet every night. I'm also gonna be in bed by 10 p.m. So hard. So in 2019, I went plant-based in February, and I have felt so good. So sometimes when you're plant-based, it can be very easy to start eating like vegan junk food and stuff like that. So I created an action goal that will support me continuing to be very much plant-based. 2 to 3 fruits per day. I want to eat a salad every day, and potatoes and veggies are king. Also, for improving my body, I want to work on my posture. I have these specific stretches that I have done. You should look up the Egoscue method. It's wonderful. I had some issues that went along with all my other health issues. Those stretches should help to get me to have better posture. So my last overarching goal is to improve my business. This is my time-consuming goal. So I'm gonna put out 52 YouTube videos and podcasts that match this year. Hopefully I can do more, but I'm going to do these 52. Also, I have my little cute Broden and Cookie chapter book series, and I want to publish 2 to 4 of those books this year. Note the 2 to 4. It's okay to do that. If I write 2, I'll be happy. If I write 4, I'll be happy. If I write 6, I'll be like, yeah. I have a paranormal romance serial that I have been working on for a really long time. And mostly I've been developing the world, but 2020 is the year that I am going to publish it. To me, this is gonna be a big one. I'm also going to publish 1 or 2 books in How to Be a Minimalist book series. So those are my 13 goals. All of the little sub goals go together. They really complement each other. It's going to help my business if I choose to really only spend free time on my phone 2 times a day, even though it is under the improve my mind category. If I go to bed by 10 p.m., it's going to help me to be ready to stretch and have alone time. It will give me time to have alone time, because when you just squander your time in the night, staying up late, you know, watching shows, whatever, you have no energy for the next day. That will also help to improve my business, because I will have time to create these videos and podcasts and my books and everything that I am trying to do. As you're creating your little sub goals, your actual action goals, you might consider that. Like, if you have a health goal, like pretty much everyone that ever makes a New Year's resolution, you might consider, like, is this the year to make sure I visit a new pastry every week? Check out your action goals. See if they complement each other, or if they really are going to be at odds with each other. You're not going to get that much accomplished if your action goals are fighting against each other. I actually feel better than I ever have about these goals. I have been practicing setting goals for a really, really long time, and they become more exciting every single year. Everyone sets goals differently. If I could leave you with some parting advice, I would say, don't feel guilty. Feel happy about where you get to. If you are failing at something, you might need to change it. Maybe it is contradicting one of your other action goals. If you're gonna create some goals, make sure you create some that you really are excited about and that you're anxious to accomplish because they're fun. You can set some really cool goals this year. Maybe you wanna learn how to make really great paper airplanes. Why not? Seriously, it's going to improve your life, and being driven in one way often helps us to be driven in other ways. So, have fun. Remember, it's about the experiences, not the stuff. And I will see you next time on the next video.